I've been traveling for the last 10 years, and a lot of my work has been to bring back the alignment of Venus to planet Earth. So the Great Pyramid was actually built to move the stars. It sounds crazy, but Anunnaki were a big part of this. And the Middle Pyramid was actually originally aligned with Venus. Then the Great Pyramid was built as a electromagnetic energy. It's an electromagnetic machine that was used to shift the position of the stars because the stars have a lot of metal in them. Now, once that shift occurs, how does that affect humanity? That affects humanity because each and every one of you are born under a star. Astronomy is real. The position of the stars affects us. The position of the sun and the moon affects us. Now, when that is moved, we are not in alignment with our higher self. That was moved. Orion was put on top of the pyramids. Now, I've been doing a lot of work over the last 10 years, and I can guarantee you right now that Venus is back over the Middle Pyramid. I've done a lot of work to bring that back because I am also one of those beings from ancient times who has the same power that I had from ancient times, which has woken up. And I have used that to bring all the alignments back into place. You know it. We've all felt the fact that there is something wrong on planet Earth. What's been going on? It's not the original alignment. It's not the true energy. And one of those things was that Venus wasn't in alignment with the planet in the way she should have been, and also Saturn. Now, there's been a huge lie about Saturn, saying Saturn is Satan. Give me a freaking break. Saturn is actually responsible for our chakras. I met Saturn on a journey when I traveled outside of my body, and I saw that the 7 rings of Saturn were emitting the wrong tones and the wrong frequency. So each one of those rings of Saturn is attuned to our 7 chakras in our body. I retuned them because these planets were captured by, let's just say for now, the dark energies. So it was captured, they were retuned because they really wanted to mess with this planet and the beings on the planet. Why? Because we have creator force energy inside of us. Think how special and important you are that all the planets are actually working for us. All the planets are actually giving us something. Why is it us who are attacked? Why is it us that are suffering? Because we are the true creator force. And when we are controlled and manipulated, that energy is being used to create for them. This is about consciousness. Once they have your mind, they can create. And they're taking that, or we're taking it, from social media, news, food, frequency changes, music, alcohol, drugs. All these things that are lowering your vibration so that they can then enter and use your energy. And their game became so good that we were doing their work for them. We started to repeat everything that was being fed to us because it became our food. That is now over. And we are now seeing revelation upon revelation. We are seeing the lies being taken off like an old coat. It doesn't belong to us anymore. And people are seeing this. People are feeling it. The thing is, it's now being felt. Because I've done a lot of activation work where I have activated the ancient DNA, removed coding that was put into our DNA, which they've been doing for a long time, since Anunnaki. And as I said to you, the Anunnaki and the ancients are still here and still doing the work that they have been doing. We've been stuck in a loop that has been gone. I've erased the past timeline. Why did I do that? Well, the only way to erase that timeline was to live it again and be in it, to the point where there were a number of times that I was murdered and I had to go back to those points and stop that murder. And that was done through the Maya, the illusion of forgetting who you really are. So I remembered that those were still in forgetfulness. And I used that in order to take back the codes that they had put us into lockdown. Okay, we had a physical lockdown. This isn't just about that lockdown. It was a lockdown on our wisdom. It was a lockdown on us reaching our higher self and our connection to higher self and source. It was a lockdown of our genetics. It was a lockdown of our feelings. It was a lockdown of even the light that we were given to us, the light from light bulbs, street lights. Everything was playing with our senses. So we were disconnected, big disconnect. That lockdown is over. and you're seeing revelation everywhere.